Okay, we're back and we're going to get into the why. I have read some stories and I read the whole thing and I'm wondering why? Why did these two people come together? And the ending was kind of like, I still don't understand why they're together. And that's the whole thing. The why has to not only make sense to the reader, it has to make sense to the writer. Um, I saw where Karen had posted earlier that she was a pantster. You can be a pantster. Being a pantster is okay as long as you have some kind of guide to keep you from just basically writing it all by the seat of your pants. Because sometimes when you do that, the plot holes become evident and you find yourself stuck or blocked and you don't know why. And the why is very, very important. And we're going to get into Frasiga's why. Okay. I posted the slide of the why. Frasiga's planet is falling apart. No new children have been born on the planet in a very long period of time. And with no new children on the planet, it has made the women all depressed. Men don't want to come home to depressed women. Men don't want to have sex with depressed women. So the men also became depressed and they stopped working. So when you stop working, if you've seen any episodes of The Walking Dead, you'll see where they have run out of food and they're always searching for food because even though it may still be growing, there's nobody to pick it, harvest it, can it, preserve it, make jams, jelly, syrups out of any of it. So the why becomes very, very important, especially when you don't have people in order to continue to harvest or manufacture in order to make your world keep going and keep growing. For Sega's why, also why he has Kala on the ship, is that the two species, the humans and the Calexians, are compatible with whatever his race of people are. The Calexia, the members of the people on Calexia, they are warriors, and the humans, they have this humanity about them where they care about each other and they care about other people. The reason he chose her was that he watched her work in the homeless shelter. Her compassion, Frexiva believed, is what his race lacked. They have this very successful race of people who have ships capable of traversing the galaxies, but yet they have lost their desire to even try to live because they're no longer able to make little versions of themselves. He took her and he lets her know, you can help us rebuild our planet. You can be a mother to our new world and our new way of life. That's a lot of responsibility for any woman. Even just being a mother yourself, you just like, hey, I'm responsible for these two little people, these three little people, and you want me to make you some more? Uh, I don't know if I'm okay with that, you know. So here he's asking her to use her body and her basically her eggs to help him repopulate his entire planet. Okay. She may not be okay with that. But here is also where you find out her secret and you get to understand how she's feeling about all of this. Because even though she's only made a friend with Kala, and she realized that Kala was also using her, trying to figure out ways to get back to her home. And this is where she and Frasiga sit down and actually have this conversation. And when he tells her how he's transformed her body and that he also made a replica of her on Earth, then she realizes, my family doesn't even realize that I'm gone. Nobody at home is missing me because there's a replica of me there. So now she understands I can't go home. My body has been transformed. So even if he took me back to Earth, there's another one of me already there. Now, here's the plot twist, and the plot twist is usually her secret. As a child, she was in an accident. and she had a full hysterectomy. And that's the moment in the story where readers go, oh, oh no, she didn't. No, she didn't. Let me write her a note right now. And a lot of times readers will stop in the middle of a story and highlight that section to come back so they can write you a note later and tell you, I wasn't even expecting that. But that's the fun of writing a plot twist, because he's gone through all of this trouble to kidnap this woman, and you've got all of this technology, but you never bothered to scan her body to see if she even had, I know, right? To see if she even had the capability of giving him what she wants. Because if she had a full hysterectomy, she doesn't even have any eggs to give him. Okay? So that's her dirty little secret. All right, did we cover everything on the why? I'm right at 9:40 and we're doing pretty darn good on time. Okay? Are you with me? Okay. So let's go ahead and get toward that resolution. Okay, we've covered, I'm sorry about that. Keep forgetting. We've covered the who, the what, the when, the where, the how. Hey, Teresa, you're just joining us, and I was just covering the plot twist on the why. We got into Forsiga's reasons for taking her. We've gotten into Risa's understanding of why he took her. We got into her secret, and she realizes that she can't go home. So now we get into the falling action and the resolution of the story. Hey, Rihanna. We just talked about the why. Forsiga basically took her because his planet is falling apart. And the women on the planet, because they're no longer able to have children, they've gotten depressed. And the men have gotten depressed because the women basically aren't doing anything and the men have stopped working. And without that kind of industrialization of constantly manufacturing and growing more food and going to work every day, the whole planet is just kind of dying. He took her and Kala because their species are compatible with their own and they will be able to make more people. And he watched Risa working in the homeless shelter and her compassion for people. And he felt that her humanness mixed with the warrior race of the Calexians would be able to help them form a new breed of people on his planet that are a little bit more humane and have a little bit more compassion. And he wants Risa to be the mother of this new movement. However, Risa has a secret as well, but she realizes after the transformation of her body that even if he took her back to her planet, she can't go back there because she looks like an alien, basically. And even if she wanted to go back, he made a replica of her on her planet. So nobody on Earth is even missing her because they have a version of her right then and there. And she has that secret, which is also the plot twist, that as a child she was in an accident and she had a full hysterectomy. So even though he wants her to be able to help him, create this new race of people on his planet, she's not able to because she has no eggs left inside of her. And I said that even though he had all of this technology to be able to transform her human form into what he needed for his planet, he never thought to scan her body to see if she was able to even give him what it was he needed. Okay? We got about 15 more minutes to go. I wanted to make sure that I stayed on that time frame because I know you guys have things to do and I am providing a lot of information. That's why I wanted to do the live video so that you could come back to it and use the worksheets and see the things that I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to end here and we're going to head toward the resolution, okay? And then we're going to wrap this up and we should be out of here by 10 o'clock, okay? See you in a moment.